Hi, and a very good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the 2019 Dizzy Dean World Series in South Haven, Mississippi. This ball game this afternoon is an elimination game. The Grenada Rec All-Stars are the home team. Pitching for Grenada is number 4, Braylon Hardiman, his catcher and battery mate, Alvin Benford. Leading off for the Albany All-Stars is number 17, the right fielder, Hill Murdoch. This one bounces up the middle, base hit. Leadoff single for Murdoch. Albany has already played 2 ball games today and won them both. Grenada was defeated in their 9 o'clock game, 12-6. So Murdoch on at first. Hardiman throws over there. Scoot Peterson will catch for Albany, and he steps up to bat right now. Here's the pitch from Hardiman outside. Runner goes. He's in there easily. Strike called, 1-1 on Peterson. Two balls and a strike. Murdoch on second base. He's being held on by Noah Jackson out there. Hardiman looks and delivers outside. 3 balls and a strike. I believe on their lineup sheet, they may have changed and Murdoch may be playing second base. We'll see when they get out in the field. Here's the 3-1. Strike call on the outside corner. Jeff Tart is our home plate umpire in today's ball game. Jeff is from nearby Hernando. And that's in the dirt. Ball 4. First and second here in the top of the first. Nobody out.
Let's go, Jim. Go right here, 5. You got him, bro. Let's go, bro. Here we go,
Not holding Peterson on at first. And the ball gets away from the catcher, Benford. Runners move up to second and third here in the top of the first. Jimmy McGowan, who's going to start on the mound in today's ball game for Albany, he steps in with a couple of runners in scoring position now. One ball, no strikes to McGowan. Popped up. It'll be played by the first baseman, D. Ross. He makes the catch. Fires home as Murdoch came down the line a few steps trying to draw the throw. He did. 1 out. 2 on here in the top of the first. This will bring up their cleanup hitter, number 10, Jack Douglas playing third base.
Let's go right here, T.
Hardiman's pitch, breaking ball, just misses upstairs. And we've got time called as we need to discard some equipment. As I mentioned, Jeff Tart is our umpire behind the plate. And this ball is lifted into shallow right field. A diving catch made by Landon Rice. What a play. The runner will tag and score from third if he tagged. He did, says our third base umpire, Josh Birch. Brandon Jordan is our umpire. I can't tell where Brandon and Josh are. They are our two base umpires. So with 2 outs, 1 run in on the sacrifice fly. Excellent play once again out there by Landon Rice, a diving grab. This will bring up the right fielder for Albany, number 27, Ashton Turner. Hardiman sets and deals downstairs, ball 1. Noah Jackson holding on the runner, Peterson out at second base. Hardiman checks and delivers. Strike call on the outside quarter, 1-1. Breeze blowing out to right field. Swing and a miss. The ball gets away. They'll throw down to third, and they've got him. Nice job by the catcher, Alvin Benford. It kicked about 8 feet away. He spun around and fired it down to Therian Hubbard for the third out. Albany picks up 1. They lead 1-0 going to the bottom of the first. Jimmy McGowan, the pitcher for Albany. His first pitch is fouled away by second baseman Noah Jackson, leading things off here for Grenada Rec All-Stars. McGowan sets and delivers, fouled away, out of play. Right down by Seth Williams. Thought Seth might reach out and grab that one. No balls, 2 strikes to Noah Jackson. We'll set the defense for you in a moment. Upstairs, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Popped up, and this one is unable to come up with it. There was the catcher, Scoot Peterson. Drops in center field. Riker Moy couldn't quite get there in time, so a base hit to start things off for Noah Jackson. This will bring up Braylon Hardiman. Played shortstop in our first game today. He's the starting pitcher in this contest for Grenada Rec. McGowan pours in strike 1. Hardiman was showing bunt, but pulled it back. Runner goes. Throw down to second will not be in time. Stolen base for Noah Jackson. One ball, 1 strike, the count on Jackson, on Hardiman. Nobody out, Jackson on second. McGowan looks in for the sign. Steps off the rubber. Here's the pitch, and Jackson tries, Hardiman, excuse me. It's the second time I've done that. Hardiman tried to bunt this time and missed. It'll be 1 ball, 2 strikes. McGowan steps off again. Grounder to the second baseman, over to first for the out. Hill Murdoch had no problem as he was positioned perfectly One out as Jackson moves up to third. Ryan Spencer caught the first game today. He'll be playing shortstop in this contest. Grounder to second. They'll go over to first. They'll concede the run, and Murdoch goes to Swan once again. 2 outs as Jackson comes around on the ground out to tie the game at 1 apiece. Strike called on Landon Rice, the cleanup hitter for Grenada. Inside. That one got away from McGowan. A ball and a strike, 2 outs, nobody on. Tied at 1 here in the first. Down low, 2 balls and a strike. Here's a delivery. Outside, 3 balls and 1 strike. And that'll be ball 4. Rice gets the free pass. Keeps this inning rolling. 2 outs, Rice on first. This will bring up the first baseman, D. Ross. McGowan throws over to first. Rice runs, not even bothering to throw that time was Peterson, as Rice had a good jump. So now runner on second, 2 outs. Outfield fairly deep in center and left. Runner goes for third. He'll throw down this time, and Rice slides in safely. Back-to-back stolen bases for Landon Rice. And now the go-ahead run is 70 feet away. And we've got a conference on the mound. Head coach Austin Newman for the Albany All-Stars. Talking to the entire team right now. McGowan looks in and steps off throw. Fairly long half inning here. Now McGowan comes set. The runner fakes and McGowan balks. Rice faked as if he were going to steal home, caused McGowan to flinch. Rice scores, making it 2-1. One-on-one the count on D. Ross. Strike called, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Rice reached on a walk, stole second, stole third, caused a balk. So in 3 pitches, after the walk, in 3 pitches, he was around to score. Fouled out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Two balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Two-hopper back to McGowan. He throws over to Swan. That will end the inning. But Grenada, Rec All-Stars, come up with 2. They lead 2-1 after 1 complete. Leading things off here in the top of the second is right fielder Ashton Turner. Slow roller to third. Hubbard across the bag, and Ross cannot come up with it. throw over to first. Grayson Spears, the shortstop, steps in. Runner goes. Throw down to second will not be in time. And a throw back to the second base. Upstairs. 1 ball, 1 strike to Spears.
Let's go defense.
Strike 2 on the outside corner.
I like those, bro.
Conference down there between Austin Newman and Grayson Spears. Sends him back into the batter's box. 1 ball, 2 strikes, nobody out. Upstairs, 2-2.
No strikes, bro. You got defense, bro.
Grounder to short. Spencer over to first. Fires. Got him. Brian Spencer showing off that arm. Gets the speedy Spears at first. 1 out. Here is Riker Moy, the center fielder. Swing and a miss. Ball gets away. Turner moves up to third.
All time, bro.
Here's the pitch. This one gets away, but no chance for Turner to try to score on that one. Two and one the count. This ball is lifted into left center, base hit. That'll tie the game at 2. Riker Boy singles in the tying run. Here's the first baseman, Watson Swan, stepping in. Moy at first, one out here in the top of the second. Moy runs, throw down to second. This could be in time, but Moy slides in safely. That one gets away. Moy comes down to third. So in 2 pitches, he's all the way around to third base. Tied at 2, top of the second. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Skied in the air, and I mean way up there. Spencer calls it and makes the grab. 2 gone. So this brings up Tucker Lianza. Makes a bunt. This ball is hit out to center field, and there to make the play is Marcus Wiggins. Albany adds 1 in the second. We're tied at 2 going to the bottom of the second. Therian Hubbard will lead things off in the bottom of the second for the Grenada Rec All-Stars. inside. He hits the deck.
Out.
McGowan sets and delivers. Downstairs, ball 2. Leonza, Moy, and Turner in the outfield for Albany. Douglas at third, Spears at short, Murdoch at second, Swan at first. Scoot Peterson catching, and Jimmy McGowan delivers ball 3. Strike called inside half of the plate. 3-1 the count on Hubbard. Swing and a miss. 3 balls and 2 strikes. And that misses inside. Hubbard trots down to first. Leadoff walk brings up Elijah Towns. Elijah playing left field in this one. Strike called. Hubbard goes to second, no throw. Conference out of the mound between Scoot Peterson and Jimmy McGowan. No balls and 1 strike to Towns. Hubbard out at second, being held on there by Murdoch. McGowan throws back. Hubbard retreats safely. They throw back there once again. Hubbard back safely once again. McGowan sets and steps off. He goes home. Towns is hit by the pitch. That will send Hubbard back to second. And Towns down to first. So Austin Newman I'm sorry, Coach Newman. Austin Newman's going to come in and make a pitching change. We'll take a short break. We'll tell you who's coming On to the mound for the Albany All-Stars when we come back. Simple change in the lineup. Tucker Leanza comes on from left field to become our pitcher, and Jimmy McGowan moves out to left. Runners on first and second. Towns on first via the hit by pitch. Hubbard on second via the walk. They both steal. So a strike called. Runners now at second and third. They throw over to third. Again, paying a lot of attention to the runner on the base. They show bunt but don't. One ball, one strike, the count on Alvin Benford, the catcher. They throw over to third again. Here's the pitch. Outside. Knocked down there by Scoot Peterson. Chopped foul. That will even the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A lot of twos up on the scoreboard. 2-2 is the score. Second inning, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Here's Leanza's pitch. outside, ball 3. And that'll be a walk to Alvin Benford. So the bases are loaded. Nary a ball put in play yet in this inning. A walk, a hit batter, changing pitchers, and another walk. On to run now is DJ Rimmer as they have a courtesy runner for the catcher. Bases are loaded, nobody out. Infield in. And a bunt is down, and the bunt will roll foul. I'm not sure why Leanza threw it after he picked up the foul ball, and he threw it right at the umpire, Jeff Tart. He had nowhere to go. Third baseman Jack Douglas way in on the grass now, and creeping in over at first is Watson Swan. They don't show bunt that time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Marcus Wiggins looks at a strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball was outside. Wiggins was backing out of the box. I think he thought that perhaps Hubbard was going to steal home. Left side of the infield is wide open. Swing and a miss. Got him for the first out of the inning. Rather odd-looking defense there for a moment. They were thinking bunt, and they had Grayson Spears going over to cover third, while third baseman Jack Douglas was going way in on the grass, leaving the left side of the infield pretty much uncovered. Grounder to first. Swan knocks it down, steps on first for the out. That'll make it 2 outs. However, Hubbard scores to make it 3-2. So with runners on second and third, this will bring up Raylan Hardiman. not knowing the baseball was coming and just get hit right. So after the balk, runners at second and third, nobody out. D. Ross is the batter. Leanza throws over to third. Swing and a miss. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes. Ross chased that one out of the zone. Might just be a little anxious. He wants to swing the bat. Says, throw it right in here and give me something to swing at. Just missing upstairs. 1 ball and 2 strikes, nobody out. Spencer at third, Rice at second. Ross swings and misses for the first out of the inning. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes. And that runs the count to 3-0 on Hubbard. And he will take ball 4 to load the bases. 2 walks, a single, and a strikeout here in this inning, and Austin Newman will take a stroll to the mound. Chatting with his pitcher, perhaps trying to give him some confidence. Bases are loaded with only 1 out here in the bottom of the third. And the umpire is going to go out there and try to move this thing along. This has been a very slow-paced baseball game. Leanza will remain on the mound. And of course the bases remain loaded. 1 out. Elijah Towns steps in. Leanza sets, delivers. Ground ball to the shortstop. He's going to throw home for the full force, and they say he is safe. Good hustle by Ryan Spencer. Coach Newman doesn't like the call. He comes out to talk with Jeff Tart. Jeff Tart says that Peterson was not on the plate. So a fielder's choice, the runners move up, bases remain loaded. And it's 4-3, Grenada Rec on top. Alvin Benford steps in. Still 1 out, strike call on the outside corner. tries to bunt. Foul tip. That'll make the count no balls and 2 strikes. Landon Rice down at third. Therion Hubbard at second. Elijah Towns at first. 1 out, outside, 1 ball, 2 strikes. This is a liner to the shortstop. He'll fire over to third. It gets away. Rice is going to try to score. They'll throw home, and he is out at the plate. Jack Douglas picked up the ball, fired into Scoot Peterson, and that double play will end the inning. Not a traditional double play, but a double play nonetheless. Grenada picks up 1. They lead 4-3 as we head to the top of the 4th inning. Riker Moore steps in. First pitch swinging, fouls this one back. (4-3) the score. Grenada Rec All-Stars on top. Albany trying to put something on the board here in the 4th. They've scored 1 in each of the first 3 innings. Grenada has scored 2, 1 and 1.
Let's go, D. Ow! Ow!
1 ball, 2 strikes. That was just down and in. Spencer now playing third, fires across for the out. One out as we have a new first baseman. That is Zach Townsend has come in for Grenada. And looks like he got stepped on over there by Riker Moy as he was trying to beat that grounder out. Here's the first baseman, Watson Swan. Strike two. Swing and a foul tip. Staying alive in there is Swan. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, top of the 4th inning. Hardiman sets and delivers outside, ball 1. Grounder down to third. Spencer fires across the diamond. Nice play. Spencer doing some push-ups after that. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 4th. This will bring up Tucker Lianza. Tucker started out the game in left field. He came in to pitch and has stayed there on the mound since. This one is lifted into center. Going back on it is Wiggins, and he makes the catch. That's a quick 3 up, 3 down inning. Hey, let's pick up the pace and play some baseball. It's a single to center field. Grenada looks to have a little extra bit of energy after that 3-up, 3-down inning. This brings up the leadoff hitter, Noah Jackson. Wiggins draws a throw over to first. Wiggins steals second. No throw. They throw back to second, and Wiggins dives back in. 4-3 to score. One-run ball game here in the bottom of the fourth inning. And they call a balk as Wiggins really bothering Leanza out there. And we're going to have another pitching change. So while we have another change, we'll take a short break. We'll come back with the new pitcher in just a moment. Crawford Newman is the new pitcher for Albany. Noah Jackson is the hitter for Grenada. Wiggins led off the inning with a single, stole second, was balked to third base. The count now is no balls and 2 strikes to Jackson. Inside, ball 1. Jack Douglas moved to first base. Leanza moved back to left field. Swing and a miss. Jackson goes down on strikes. Jack Douglas went to first. The ball gets by the catcher, Scoot Peterson, and Wiggins comes in to score. That makes it 5-3 here in the fourth. That one's in the dirt. 2 balls and no strikes on Braylon Hardiman. Base is empty. And it's 3-0. Ferguson at third base defensively. Spears at short. Murdoch at second. Douglas at first. And a strike called. Three and 1 the count now on Braylon Hardiman. Strike called. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hardiman on first, drawing attention from Crawford Newman. 1 out, runner on, 1 run already in here in the fourth. Ryan Spencer looking for something to hit here as they continue to pay attention to Hardiman. Hardiman takes off. And he's going to go ahead and try to take third. The throw down there, and he is out at third base. Good throw from the catcher, Scoot Peterson. Hardiman bit off a little more than he could chew right there. Stolen base and then thrown out at third, trying to stretch it. At first, good pickup there by the first baseman, Jack Douglas, and that will end the 4th inning. They pick up another. They lead 5-3 after 4 complete. Hill Murdoch to lead things off here in the top of the 5th inning for the Albany All-Stars. They trail 5-3, and they will need to put something up here because the time limit is looming. Coaches are making some changes. We'll figure them out once we receive them. Braylon Hardiman on the mound. He's gone the whole way for the Grenada Rec All-Stars. Murdoch steps in the box. First pitch. Down low, ball 1. Off the bat, it is a fair ball now, and oh, he tried to get it while it was fair because he knew it would be an easy out. Murdoch wasn't running to start with. It just went foul right before Braylon Hardiman could get to it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Breaking ball over for a called strike. Makes the count 1-2. Nice stop by Hubbard but he could not come up with it to make the throw. So a leadoff single for Hill Murdoch. They need base runners. They got the first one on. Here's Scoot Peterson.
Let's play ball. Let's go, bro.
Murdoch runs, and the throw down to second. Not in time. I know at this level they run all the time, but when you're down 2 in what is certainly going to be the last inning, barring a tie score. Perhaps just to stay out of the double play, even though we haven't seen any conventional double plays on this diamond all week. 2 balls and no strikes to Scoot Peterson. Strike called on the outside corner. 2 balls and 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Took a little off that one. Peterson chased it a little bit. 2-2. The count on Scoot Peterson. This is knocked into right field. Base hit for Scoot Peterson. They're down 2 and they get their first 2 runners on. Here come the Albany All-Stars. First and third, nobody out. And Jimmy McGowan has re-entered the game. He is at the plate. I would look for Scoot Peterson to be going on the first pitch. He does. There'll be no throw. Tying run is now at second base. One ball, no strikes to McGowan. Swing and a foul tip. 1-1. Hardiman steps off. Well, we're certainly done after this inning unless it is extra innings, because we are at the time limit mark right now. Slow pace to this ball game. Two balls and 1 strike to McGowan. Nobody out. They trail by 2 here in the 5th. Hardiman sets and delivers. This is lined up the middle. That's a base hit. That scores 1, and the throw will come in, and they will hold Peterson at third base. 5-4. Here comes Albany. 3 hits in a row to start this perhaps final inning. And it looks like we're going to have a change in pitchers. As we change the pitchers, we're going to take a short break. We'll bring you right back with more Dizzy Dean World Series from South Haven, Mississippi. Ryan Spencer is the new pitcher, coming in for Braylon Hardiman. Miles Ross is in the ball game. Excuse me, Cam Washington is now the second baseman. Ball one to Douglas. So runners at second and third. McGowan took second on that pitch. Strike called. 1-1. Nobody out here in the fifth inning. 5-4 is the score. Spencer looks in, fires, and this one's fouled back. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tying run at third. Go ahead run at second. Spencer looks in and fires, and this one is grounded to first. They'll get the out at first. The tying run scores. 5-5 here in the fifth. McGowan moves up to third. This will bring up Ashton Turner. Ball gets by the catcher, but they quickly retrieve it. McGowan stays at third. Oh, 0-1 the count on Turner. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Runner on third, 1 out, fifth inning. Final inning if it is not tied. That one gets by the catcher. McGowan tries to score, and he will. It's 6-5, Albany on top. Two and two, the count on the batter. 6-5. Albany has scored 3 here in the top of the fifth to take a 1-run lead. Ashton Turner is the batter. Spencer delivers, and this one is flied out to left field, grabbed there by Elijah Towns. 2 out. Spencer winds and delivers upstairs, ball 1. Spears squared around as if to show bunt. Usually that is just to see if they can throw off the pitcher. Foul back, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Spencer sets and deals. Blow it away, 2-1 to count on Grayson Spears. Grounder. Jackson can't field it cleanly, no throw. Spears on at first, and a grounder by Moy. Hubbard can't come up with it. Runners are safe at first and second. This inning not finished yet for Albany. They scored 3 to take the lead. So apparently Swan has re-entered the game. Ball 1 to Watson Swan. Spears at second, Moy at first. This ball is fouled away, out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Good fastball from Spencer. Brings the count to 1-2. 2 outs, 2 runners on, 3 are already in. Runner goes, and it's grounded back to Spencer. He'll toss it over to first for the out. That will end the inning. But the Albany All-Stars come up with 3 big runs. They lead 6-5 going to the bottom of the 5th. Landon Rice to lead things off. This will be the final inning unless we are tied and have to continue on. In to pitch is Jack Douglas. First pitch is a strike to Landon Rice. 6-5, Albany leads. Grenada Rec All-Stars need to score one to tie it, 2 to win it. A ball and a strike to Rice. Liner, and it is over to first base for the out. Grayson Spears, nice play, backhands that short hop. One up and one down here in the bottom of the fifth. Zach Townsend steps in to hit. Looks at a ball outside. One ball, one strike to Townsend. Fouled back. 1 and 2. The Albany All-Stars trying to win 3 games in 1 day here. They are 2 outs away from accomplishing just that. Changeup. Missed by quite a bit. That one obviously slipped off the hands. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Zach Townsend. Here's the pitch from Douglas. Foul away. Count will stay at 2 and 2. Line and caught by Watson Swan. 2 out here in the 5th inning. Strike called on Therian Hubbard. Grenada down to their last out. They trail 6-5. They need Hubbard to get on base. Douglas delivers, and that one is inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fouled away. Now 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hubbard. Here's the pitch. Lifted foul, out of play. Count remains 1 ball, 2 strikes. Tap to the pitcher. Oh, it gets by Douglas. The throw over to first, not in time. Hubbard reaches first base safely, and Grenada is still alive. They will call that an infield single as Douglas did not get a glove on it. Hubbard goes, throw down to second, not in time, it goes into center field. He's gonna try to get to third. Throw comes to third, it will go away. He's gonna try to score. Play at the plate, and he is saved. We're tied at 6. A stolen base turns into the tying run. Wow, Hubbard hit a slow roller. The pitcher couldn't get his glove on it. And now, one pitch later, we are tied at 6. 2 outs, bottom of the 5th. Elijah Towns is the batter. He looks at ball 2 inside. A turn of events right there. Swing and a miss. 2 balls and 1 strike. Three balls and a strike to Elijah Towns. He was hit by a pitch and reached on a fielder's choice his first 2 times at the plate. And he looks at ball 4. The winning run is at first base. And we've got a time as Austin Newman will go out and talk to his pitcher and his infield. Well, that was very close. Over. Hubbard hit a slow roller back to the pitcher. He could not field it. And we have a pinch runner coming into the game. DJ Rimmer will run for Elijah Towns. Strategy session is over. Alvin Benford is at the plate. He has walked and lined to the shortstop. Rimmer, decent lead over there at first. He takes off. Ball is outside. Ball 1. Rimmer steals second. No throw. They throw back to second. Rimmer dives back in safely. Rimmer clapping his hands out there, trying to get the attention of the pitcher, Douglas. He goes for third. They throw down to third. He is saved at third base. So 2 pitches, 2 balls, 2 stolen bases. The winning run 70 feet away. 2 balls, no strikes, the count on the batter, Alvin Benford. Strike called, 2-1. Douglas throws to the plate, and he is saved. He steals home. Grenada Rec All-Stars win 7-6. That was an exciting ball game all the way through. The final score, the Grenada Rec All-Stars 7, Albany 6. Wow. We're going to take a short break. We'll be right back with someone from the Grenada Rec All-Stars. Well, folks, that was an exciting finish to the ball game. The Grenada Rec All-Stars win that one 7-6 in dramatic fashion, a steal of home to end that one. We're going to take a short break. We're not going to speak to Grenada this time because they need to rest. They've got to get another game coming right up. We'll let them get their rest. We'll be back in about a half hour with our next one. The Grenada Rec All-Stars taking on the Leeds Green Machine. We'll be back in about a half hour.